let us continue the discussion about Atomic Habits by James Clear. Advanced Tactics: How to Go from Being Merely Good to Being Truly Great. Everyone is born differently. Some are tall while some are short. Some are introverted while some are extroverted. Some excel at study while some are good at sports. Habits will be easier and more satisfying if they align with your natural inclinations and abilities. For example, being tall is a significant advantage in playing basketball. It can become your hobby and habits to release stress or train your body. If you are talented and put in sufficient effort, you can become a professional basketball player. Choosing the right field to compete is the fundamental factor that contributes to success. Michael Jordan is one of the greatest basketball players, and he is a legend for many people. Some people also know that he had played baseball before. However, his accomplishments in basketball are more significant and astonishing. If you are suited to the task, put in effort and are well trained, you will be the top of the cream. Before you become an expert, you have to develop the habits. Choosing the right habit is also the way to make it easier. When you realize that you are better than your peers and friends, it is satisfying. You will keep working on it and be motivated. Hence, we should play the game where your strengths can be magnified. However, the question is how we can find the game suitable for me. First, we should take initiative to try different kinds of things like sports, musical instruments, and drawing. If you are good at video editing and playing guitar. However, you know that you are not the best in either of them. Therefore, you can make videos about playing guitar. Maybe, you can be one of the best YouTuber who plays guitar. Every man is built differently. We should choose the habit most suitable for us, not the most popular one. We can even create a new game with a combination of your advantages. To discover the most suitable habit by trial and error can be time-wasting. You can try another effective way: explore. You try to lose weight, you go to the gym every day. However, the result is not satisfying. You can try to replace the gym with playing tennis on Sunday. If the outcome is better, you know that the second option is more suitable for you. Distribute some time from your original habits to try new things. Your progress is still ongoing, but you are still finding a better way to improve yourself. Boiling water will soften a potato but harden an egg. I have started playing Rubik's Cube since few years ago. It is interesting at first because you will encounter different kinds of situations and have to apply different formulas in order to solve it. It is satisfying when you get it done. However, when you are familiar with all the formula and special conditions you might face while solving it, you want to be faster and even faster. I will compete with my friends and improve the results together. Winning the game and get a shorter timing is more satisfying than just solving it. Once you know how to do something, it will be boring to just complete it. You need a challenge to keep motivating and pushing you forward. It is how to keep a habit interesting. However, when you throw down the challenge for yourself, take note that it should not be too tough for you. It should be just beyond your current ability, but you still may reach it if you put in efforts. It is boring to play with too weak or too strong competitors. The former means no challenges, the latter will destroy your confidence. I can improve my result from 40 seconds to 30 seconds progressively. However, there is no way for me to compete with professional player from the start. This is Goldilocks rule, which states that humans experience peak motivation when the tasks are right on the edge of their current abilities. Mastery requires practice. The greatest threat to success is not failure but boredom. Every successful man starts with repetition. It is normal to get bored in repetitive and continuous practice. The bad news is, boredom is also a challenge in the journey to success. We have to fall in love with it. Anybody can complete the task when they are motivated. There is definitely some day you are feeling blue, sometimes you feel like quitting. The decision you made at that moment will differentiate whether you are a professional or an amateur. If you can withstand the boredom, you are doing something that most people fail to do. The last mile of the marathon is always least crowded. Professionals stick to the schedule, amateurs let life get in the way. When we have repeated a behavior over hundreds or thousands times, we can complete it without thinking and less effort is required. Since it is memorized and the habits come automatically, we can open up the mental space for more effortful thinking. For example, as a professional badminton player, techniques like smash, net shot, net lift, drop shot and footwork are all in their muscle memory. They can choose to use which kind of technique under different circumstances. Hence, they can associate their skills with strategies to win the games. Every player has their own style, but the top players can combine it with various strategies when they encounter different players. Not only in badminton, we have to be flexible in various aspects in our life. Everything is changing, nothing is permanent. We have our own lifestyle and habits, but we should always check if they are still serving us in an efficient way. The following quote from the Tao Te Ching encapsulates the ideas perfectly. Men are born soft and supple, dead, they are stiff and hard. Plants are born tender and pliant, dead, they are brittle and dry. Thus whoever is stiff and inflexible is a disciple of death. Whoever is soft and yielding is a disciple of life. The hard and stiff will be broken. The soft and supple will prevail. Repeating a task will make it easier, but it doesn't change overall because we should pour our energy and efforts to the next level of challenge. This is how we improve ourselves. Based on the fundamentals, be consistent and keep upgrading. On the other hand, there is a drawback to habit. As a habit becomes automatic, we are less sensitive to feedback. As a result, we are not paying attention to minor errors. As we are doing good enough, we stop thinking about doing it better. At this point of time, reflection and review are essential. It enables long-term improvement and assists us to spot the mistakes. We can ensure that we are on the right path to success. Examination is a review of knowledge held by school authorities. As students, we should do reflection to find a better, more efficient and suitable way of study. A lack of self-awareness is poison. Reflection and review is the antidote. Make it obvious. This law is about creating cues that grab attention and prompt a behavior. When a behavior is preceded by an obvious cue, it is more likely to occur. For example, placing healthy snacks at eye level in a pantry will make it more obvious and easier to choose them over less healthy options. Make it attractive. This law is connected to the craving that drives a habit. Making the product attractive involves explaining its benefits in a clear and compelling way and personalizing the message to make it feel relevant to the customer's life. This law is often implemented by choosing the correct words and creating highly personalized offers for different customers. Make it easy. This law is connected to the response, which is the actual behavior or action that follows the cue and craving. The easier a behavior is to do, the more likely it is to become a habit. For example, if someone wants to start flossing their teeth every night, making floss easily accessible and visible in the bathroom can make it easier to do. Businesses can use this law by simplifying the steps required to use their product or service, reducing barriers to entry, and streamlining processes to make it easier for customers to take action. Make it satisfying. This law emphasizes the importance on creating a positive experience for your customers. This can be achieved by offering high-quality products or services, providing excellent customer service, and building strong relationships with your customers. Additionally, it's important to create a positive and supportive work environment for your employees. This can be achieved by providing competitive salaries, offering benefits and perks, and fostering a culture of teamwork and collaboration. By prioritizing customer satisfaction and employee well-being, you can create a successful and fulfilling business that is rewarding for all involved. Make it obvious. This law is connected to the cue, which is the first step of the habit loop. The key is to make cues more obvious so that they grab a child's attention and are more likely to be acted upon. You can employ methods such as color-coded labels, habit stacks, or creating an environment that makes the desired behavior more obvious. Make it attractive. This law is connected to the craving, which is the second step of the habit loop. The key is to make the desired behavior more attractive so that children are motivated to do it. You can do this by acting as a role model for your child, joining a group where the desired behavior is the norm, or creating an environment where the desired behavior is more attractive. Make it easy. This law is connected to the response, which is the third step of the habit loop. The key is to make the desired behavior easier to do, so it becomes a habit. You can do this by breaking down the behavior into small, manageable steps, creating an environment that primes the behavior, or making the behavior more convenient to do. Make it satisfying. This law is connected to the reward, which is the fourth step of the habit loop. The key is to make the desired behavior more satisfying so that children are more likely to repeat it. You can do this by creating a positive feedback loop, using rewards that reinforce the behavior, or creating an environment where the behavior is naturally rewarding. Feel free to share your thoughts. Remember to subscribe, like and share.